Hey, what's up, Foodies? We are in San Marco at the Posting House, and I'm with one of the owners, Stu. Hey, man, thank you so much for inviting us here.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna learn how to properly drink wine. You guys know that I'm a beer guy, so this is gonna be very educational for me. So thank you very, very much.
Absolutely.
Before we get started though, let's talk a little bit about the Posting House. Like, give us a little bit of the backstory.
Yeah, so we're Posting House. We're originally from England, and so we've been here since 2019. We opened this place up just because we wanted to have something in the local community. You know,
Yeah.
we were passionate about. We used to live down in San Marco, and just want to have a spot where we could hang out and drink beer and wine and that kind of thing.
So what was the catalyst for the switch?
It's a wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean I don't know as much about beer as I do about wine.
Okay.
And I took a class in wine. I got studied and basically got a certificate in wine.
Oh, all right. Oh,
So that's
okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of why we've changed more to wine, and actually I think it just serves a kind of a gap right now in San Marco.
Yeah, I like that.
Providing something.
Yeah, very cool. All right, so let's just jump into it, right?
All right.
Okay, let's have do a little tasting. We brought Jordan with us. Jordan, come on, she wants to learn how to drink wine too. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Cool. Right, so we're drinking a Cabernet Sauvignon, so a red wine from
In
California.
Georgia, they call that a Cabernet Sauvignon.
So yeah, this is a red, obviously a red wine. So when I was doing my studies, like they do a thing called the systematic approach to tasting.
Okay.
So it's kind of like very first of all you look at the wine, you assess the color.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you want, and you can generally tell things like you can look at maybe the alcohol content by looking at it. You can
Really?
see if it's an aged wine, if it's young. Like this is pretty young just because of the color, because it's kind of got that kind of purpley color to it.
Yeah.
It's not like oxidized. It hasn't gone like brown. So it's exactly. Well, that's sometimes an indicator of an old wine. So first thing you do is you look at the wine and you kind of just study it that way. Usually you have
Beautiful.
a piece of paper or something underneath if you want to be really fancy.
Okay.
But then you might look a bit weird in a restaurant or something.
What does he
do.
do with that paper? He's like,
People
don't
do.
worry
They
about
do.
me.
And the next thing you do is you're gonna get your nose in there.
Yeah.
Okay. I can
So-
smell it already, actually.
Right. So that means it's pronounced. If you can smell it out already, then it means it's pronounced.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Yeah. It means it's
Pronounced.
pronounced.
Learning
yeah,
so much.
Get your nose in there.
Smells good.
And sort of look, what fruits do you get? So the first thing you look at is what fruits. So
The
like
berry.
I smell like a plum almost.
Yeah,
like.
yeah, perfect. Yeah, so you some,
You're back on the prunes.
We've done some prune segments. Probably not prunes.
yeah. You get some blackberries.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get some black cherry. You might get like a little hint of chocolate, cocoa, and these are all different things that come from the fermentation. So you've got the primary, which comes from like which is the fruits, and then your secondary, which is going to be like from the how they age it in the oak and so, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Oh, then we sip.
Rinse it around, exactly. You rinse it around, let it like saturate your mouth, and then you'll notice like the tannins. That's what the grippy.
That's very smooth.
Yeah, like you can almost like feel it tighten around you and stuff like that.
That's a hallmark of Cabernet. It's going to be like that, how much it grips your mouth.
Really good.
Right, exactly. So yeah, that and then you can also assess the
It's actually
alcohol.
kind of light.
You can also assess the alcohol content, and this is kind of a fun little trick that I
Okay.
picked up. So one way to tell how much alcohol is in the wine, okay, is you get a mouthful, and then you swallow. And I'll show you. So swallow them.
Oh.
Breathe in, and where the burn is, kind of indicates what the alcohol.
Oh, wow.
So you get a burn around here. So it's probably like 14%.
Is higher
If it's
better,
down
lower
here, lower would be like higher alcohol. So if you're drinking like sort of a Paso Robles or something really
Yeah.
big wine, the
Oh,
alcohol,
wow, that's cool, man.
right?
It's
The
like
burn.
right
So
around
that-
there.
yeah, so it's about 14%, something like that. And then, so if it was a Paso Robles, it would be like 15.5 down here. So, and if it's like a Pinot Grigio, you can barely feel it's like that.
Wow,
So it's
interesting.
kind of like a
That's
cool little,
cool, man.
Now,
cool little party trick.
I've heard something too
love
about legs. Is that an
Yeah,
actual thing when you spin it and then you see, like,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
So yeah, when you're doing that first assessment, you're gonna like let it sit back, and then you can see that little mark there.
Yeah, right here. This
And
one.
that's to do with that's as it's evaporating out off the glass, and it kind of indicates usually the alcohol content you can tell, and there's other things too. But I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about legs.
That might
These- not these
I
kind of
walk on them. That's what
Yeah.
that's what I know about legs. This is cool, man. This is really, really interesting. Do you guys do these kind of things here at the Posting House? Do you guys have like classes for this kind of stuff?
Yeah, we do. We do monthly classes.
Yeah.
This kind of
Cool.
thing. We do advanced to beginner classes. So we do a spectrum of different classes. But,
That's great.
How can we find out where to?
our website, Posting House, or you can follow us on Instagram.
Man, this is really cool.
This
Man,
is
I'm
fun.
learning a lot today. This is rad. All right, let's drink these, and then I think we have a
Yes, we're gonna
blind
do
taste test.
Yeah,
blind
we gotta get
tasting.
to know. Are we gonna do between these two or different wines?
We've got two different wines, and
Okay.
I'm going to test you guys to see if you can tell the difference between a low-cost wine and
Oh.
a very expensive
A
wine.
splurge or steal.
Oh,
I
what?
like that.
I like that. Splurge or
Okay.
steal. That was pretty cool.
All right.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.